Good afternoon, traders. It is Friday, the 24th of August. This is E for eminywizard.com and marketwizards.com. Going to do a quick update. Haven't done one in a while. Thought I'd take a couple of minutes, show you some of the things that we're doing and what we are looking at. First of all, a reminder about disclaimers and disclosures. It's risk capital that you should be using. Should not be taking my advice or anyone else's. It is your money. Make sure that anyone that you are listening to, you have followed them for a while, you trust their judgment, and obviously you make your own decisions accordingly in terms of your decisions and how you're going to try to trade and invest your capital. So we like to put out the idea that these are hypothetical results and no guarantee that you or anyone else is going to achieve the same results that anyone professes. So it's your money, and our suggestion is guard your cash. Got a new webinar that will be coming out November 8th with Ninja Trader. Hope some of you will attend that, pass the word around. One of the things we try to do is spend some time educating traders and helping them not just to use our system, but to use any system that they want, but to be smarter and more intelligent about the process. So pass the word along if you would be so kind. I'd appreciate it. And it will be November 8th at 4:15, and that's Ninja Trader and Market Wizards. One of the things that I like to talk about is market structure. It's very hard to see sometimes market structure because of so much information on our charts. So my belief is everyone should start with at least one chart, nothing on it, and preferably both an RTH chart, as this one is. You can see the gaps better this way. And then obviously a Globex chart where you can see the all-day range. So yesterday we had the idea that this 55 area would be an important support, if not 52 below it. Below that, it really got dicey. So we thought 52 to 55 support. And then last night at the end of the day, we said 59.5 should be the resistance. If it is not, if that gets violated, then that should create a breakout, especially if it got above the 61, which it did. So our premise today was, okay, long side bias and probably going to get a squeeze. And if we broke out at 68, then we would also get another trigger that would take us above that 74 high. So currently that's played out, and this basic chart has helped us to see that. Some of the charts that we use with the E-widget especially, which is nothing more than our spreadsheets put into a visual form so that we can see relationships. We've been able to track the market pretty closely today and find where we thought should be support and resistance areas. Being a summer Friday, we suggested to traders to make sure you were paid if we got to that 72 to 73.5 area. And then above that, the primary target was 74, 75. And then obviously the 78.5 all-time high is the cap until broken. So we felt risk and reward. If we computed all that, 71 was a visual area that showed up that we said, okay, it's got to stay above that for the longs to be in control. If we get underneath that, then it can go backwards and test 69.5, 68, and whatever. So currently, no reason to be trading. It's late in the day on the week, and most traders we felt want to get out of Dodge early, and certainly that means by noontime. And then those who missed the primary trade either try to wiggle out, figure out what to do, or skin a few points backwards perhaps. So that's the way we're looking at the market for today. And going forward, we'll do some more analysis over the weekend. But in truth, we are dynamic traders. We look at, because markets trade in a rhythm, and then they can turn on a dime. So to spend a lot of time projecting where it's going to go 3 weeks from now, whatever, doesn't make a lot of sense to us. And there's a look at a 15-minute chart. This is a Globex chart, what I call a spaghetti chart because it's got the lines on it. Also got a couple of things like a pivot point in R1 and S1 and so on. But most importantly, I try to read this by, are we above or below this magenta line? And what about the relationship of all of the other moving averages? And once they all start to spread upwards, the blue line will be your major support line. Below that, come back and test the rain line. And then obviously once it starts to accelerate, if it explodes to the upside, first pullbacks, the green line, the red line, and then obviously the blue line would be next. So basis this chart, which is our primary chart, we felt the 62 area was support, and other charts that we've got would substantiate that using several methodologies. And then obviously, as it starts to accelerate and takes out the high, the breakout was back in here, that 65 area. We felt pretty strongly scene of the crime was going to be a player today. And if we got above that and then we could stay above it, then it's just a matter of hitting successive targets. So that's the way we suggested to play it. We thought anybody who wanted to have a replication of yesterday's trade, Southside, I made the observation in the room and posted on Twitter, better go see a shrink. We just felt law of alternation would come in today and would throw it to the upside rather than go down, especially because it was a summer Friday. You know, let the JV team kick it up there and let the shorts try to wiggle out. So that was our premise, and that's played out perfectly today. And it doesn't always, but today was a good example of it playing out. Now here's a look at the widget, and we can do so many different things with the widget, but there's a more of a position, more of a swing chart type of study. And actually, this is done in advance. We already know these calibrations ahead of time. So these aren't reactions. These are already predictive type models. So if we look at the calibrations that we had set up, once we got above this 66 and a quarter, the next target is that 71. And as you get into this territory, it warns you that you need a pullback. We got the pullback, and once we set back here at that 46 area that we had talked about, you can put a little trend line on that, and you can see how that's followed that all the way up here. So the spaghetti charts help with timing, and these levels help us with price targets. Even today, that 71 idea that I'd posted, it comes from this chart where, okay, we're in this box right now. And this is a pretty substantial move, a 4-box move, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we go higher? Yeah. But the risk reward starts to come in. So the beauty of this is that these can be calibrated for so many different ideas. And if you take one or two ideas on a chart, just work with them rather than getting too much on a chart, you can see things better. And some of the charts I look at remind me of my early days when I just had so much stuff on them. My head was not clear. It's clear to me. I can see the areas that I want to do business. I can see the area overnight. Okay, here's your 55 area. Here's that 61 area that we had talked about. Okay, we get above that and bias is going to be up. Tackle the next one. If we get up above 66, we're shooting for that 68. Try to test this. And this is your 3-point breakout right in here at 68. Look at how this comes back, and here's your 3-point break back here. That gets retested and holds and bounces back, and here we go. So there's so many things like this that we do in our room where we help each other and study these ideas to make us all better traders. Anyways, that's it for today. Just thought I'd show you a few of the tools that we're using. eWidget is ready. Those of you who have any interest, contact us at marketwizards.com. Let me put that out here for you. Anybody that has interest, and go to our website and click on eWidget, and we'll take you there and follow the link and get in touch if you have any questions. I'll be doing a few webinars in the next couple of weeks, we'll run a course. Is a truly tremendous tool. I can't tell you how much this is automated and made our work so much simpler. But as I like to say, simple but not easy. There's always risk and there's always decisions that need to be made. This just allows us to do this a lot more efficiently and to see. Danny Riley had said the other day, do you have a system? Of course I have a system. Anybody that trades real money out there, you should have a system and you should have experience. You should go to a mentor, get a mentor to teach you first some of the shortcuts to save you time, but then use your own discretion and your own judgment and try to build on the shoulders of the giants that have gone before us. This is E for E-mini Wizard and MarketWizards.com. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. And boy, am I sure jealous of that guy who is headed over there to Rome and Firenze and going to have himself a party time. All right, everybody, have a great weekend and talk to you soon.